Hi, and welcome to Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store. Remember to like us and subscribe underneath Kathleen. Click the little alarm bell, and don't forget to follow us on various forms of social media. Instagram, Shop Yarnia, Ravelry, Shop Yarnia, Facebook, Yarnia LLC.
You can find a Shop Yarnia on Facebook.
And you can find, actually, if you search Shop Yarnia on Facebook, it shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Snapchat.
Our website.
Snapchat.
Sometimes
And our website.
Yeah.
Where you can
On our
always find
website.
out about our new classes and things.
That's right. And if you sign up for our newsletter, which goes out once a week, you'll find out all about our new classes.
That's right.
Yeah.
All the deets.
All the dates. So let's see. What is happening around town this week?
Well, first, this is podcast number 19.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you guys were going to ask me this time since I missed the last one.
I got it wrong last time anyway. I'm nothing if not consistent. I'm out of sorts. I'm Jen.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Kathleen. We thought we were
It's not
starting an
on
hour
my
later than we were
paper.
starting.
I'm all discombobulated today. It's like crazy.
Well, it's that time
crazy.
of year. That's
Yeah.
like,
It's that last rush before final holiday gift
Oh my gosh.
procuring, making,
It's-
all of that.
It's bonkers. And this year, Christmas and Hanukkah are starting just about the same time.
yeah,
Hanukkah starts
same,
on the 22nd.
Same week, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Lots of
then
overlap.
Christmas on the 25th, and then I'm going to melt down and lose my mind. Because we do both. But we don't do presents for Hanukkah. We just do guilt. Because really, what do my kids
Candle
want?
lighting.
Yeah, they want to set things on fire and then play
Most
with
kids
chocolate. Gamble with chocolate. Yay!
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
I love dreidel.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's the most fun.
Yes, definitely.
Until somebody loses and then gets mad. Holly.
I thought you were going to say until someone loses an eye.
No, that's
Wow.
probably lighting the candles. That's probably lighting the
some
candles.
serious dreidel handling. Right?
There's going to be some candle wrangling because you have to you let them burn all the way down. And this year we have our cat Leo.
Oh,
Who-
yeah.
Oh, is this his first Christmas? with
This
you?
is his first Christmas, his first Hanukkah with us. We got him in March-ish.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Ha!
It'll be fine.
Is he intrigued by fire normally? Or?
He's just intrigued by anything that people want to be doing. So he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" He really likes knitting. He likes crochet. He likes to attack the yarn. So anytime especially when I was knitting the fur cowls with the fur
yeah.
yarn,
He must have been really
yeah.
intrigued by that.
that was his nemesis. Like, his nemesis, the squirrel, came to life in front of him on my lap, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
being it.
stop!"
Yeah. Fortunately, I think Charlie is, like, desensitized to knitting because he's
It's happening all the time.
here.
in his
Oh,
life.
I have to make a recording for you guys because we have a little Christmas ornament on our tree that's like one of those vintage CNC things.
Oh,
But so he loves it. You pull it, and the little arrow goes
so
around.
it works.
It works, yeah.
That sounds really good.
But he hands it to me, and he wants it to end on the sheep, and then he just
Aw.
says "ba ba." That's the only animal sound he knows. And I'm like, you have grown up in a yarn store.
There you go. That's right.
Attaboy,
So
Charlie.
I'll make him do it like 50 times and get a good video and put it in.
that would be fun. That'll be fun.
Ba ba.
Ba-ba. Well, if he's gonna make one animal noise, that's the animal noise to make.
Right.
Of course.
Right? I mean, he knows where his bread is buttered.
That's right.
The
Here.
source of so many wonderful objects of clothing and warmth.
I
Yeah.
know. Seriously. So I'm anticipating a bunch of last minute gift shopping. Both
right.
on my behalf.
On your behalf?
On my behalf.
On your part.
On my part. On other people's parts. So we are, in terms of the store, we're going to be open on Christmas Eve.
Which is a Tuesday. We're usually closed.
They're usually
Yes,
not open.
but special opening for just in case. Oh no, I forgot
And
something.
I think, Amanda, you've worked like the last couple of Christmas Eve,
Yeah,
right? You
that's
you
my
wind up
thing.
being she likes to be here to help those last minute shoppers and
Well, and it's sort of because I get all my wrapping and everything's done before Christmas Eve. And it actually is, I mean, then my kids are like crazy and they're so excited and they've been excited for days. And it's nice to come here and just be like a little bit chill. And there always are some last minute emergency
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh yes,
gift card.
Just realized
sales,
my person needs XYZ. You know,
Right.
Yes.
some needles, whatever.
You're like, I need
So,
something
yeah,
else to go in that stocking or to get wrapped.
I am
and-
the emergency Santa helper.
That's so
Yeah,
nice.
Here.
That's
come,
great.
Come to
So,
Amanda
but only from noon to 4 because then I have to go home and take care of people
and family.
yeah.
And family. Yeah. But otherwise, we're going to be open regular hours, except for we are also closed on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day
Right.
because you don't need last minute shopping on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
And Christmas Day, of course, too.
And
even though
Christmas
it's a
Day.
Wednesday,
We're
normally
closed
open,
on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But we'll be open the day after
Absolutely.
Christmas.
And actually,
then...
Meg is going to be here with us that day.
Yay, Meg's back!
Probably her first day back.
That's awesome.
Back from college, yep. So she's on the schedule, which is really nice because my family has a Boxing Day tradition. We
Nice.
do a Harry Potter marathon and go as long as we can go.
I love it.
That's so
I'm
fun.
all in
whoever
on that
gets up
tradition.
Early starts the things and rouses everyone else. We have our cookies, we have our cocoa or
That's
tea or
awesome.
coffee, and we usually make it pretty far.
I was about to say,
Fantastic tradition.
if you
We've
just
been
if you
doing it
start
for a while,
with
yeah.
the first person who gets up and then just go all that.
Yeah.
8 movies?
Yeah.
8 movies, 2 hours.
It's-
Okay, yeah, no, that's a solid day.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's fun, And we've hosted Christmas for many years, so usually we have tons of leftovers, so we don't need to do lots of cooking.
Oh, that's good. So
We're
you can
not
just,
we're not
like,
doing
go
that this
pick
year,
and-
but we'll still. I'm sure I'll stock up in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's also where it's like you want things to you can eat at the couch.
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So you're
My
like,
favorite
Christmas cookies are always a
breakfast
good
on
one.
my favorite breakfast on the 26th. I go around and we make a lot of cookies. Haley and I tend to we kind of go a little crazy with the cookies.
Yeah.
But then by Christmas, by the day after, we've got cookies from everyone else in the family too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
chocolate dip pretzels. That's another specialty.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
the
you
chocolate
brought
chip
us
nuts.
those
we will.
before.
We will.
I know.
I already have bought the chocolate, so
Oh,
impressive.
peanut-free chocolate.
I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do that many cookies this year, because we've got a family wedding that's taking
That's
up
right,
a whole
that's
weekend
right.
that I would
Right
usually.
before, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be before this podcast comes out, but after we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Which is usually my cookie weekend.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we'll see.
That'll probably be our cookie weekend.
Yeah.
But then my plate of I usually have like 8 or 10 like perfect examples of cookies, and that's a great way to start the movie binging.
Oh,
It is.
yeah.
It totally is.
Yeah.
I have, I think this weekend, this coming weekend, which will be after the podcast airs, is going to be my initial cookie baking weekend because I do have a cookie swap that I need to decide what to
Which
make.
cookie you're making?
Ooh.
And I have a couple that I love. Apparently my children do not love at least one of them, to which I say, tough.
What's your favorite?
Compost cookies, and I make them like Momofuku Milk Bar, but I am very particular about
made
what my
those before.
mix-ins are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You must have Doritos.
Ooh.
You must have
Really?
nacho chips. Otherwise, they don't taste right.
I've only
Interesting.
used like potato chips. I've never used them.
No.
That's what's in the recipe.
The recipe technically has like a list of a billion things, and
Yes.
it's like your favorite snack foods. So,
So you
mini
pick what,
pretzels.
like 4 or 5 or something or more.
I shove them in. So like all the baking stuff. So it's like the butterscotch chips, the white chocolate chips, the milk chocolate chips. I like nuts, but I don't put them in so other people don't have to worry about it. Oatmeal. Sometimes I put coconut in, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I only put coconut in half. But don't worry, I'll let you know if they do. And then on the snack side, you must have Doritos, Lay's potato chips, regular tortilla chips.
How about pretzels? Do you do any pretzels?
I do pretzels, but only the little ones.
I like the little tiny mini pretzels.
the little
They're my
tiny
favorite.
pretzels. And then occasionally I will do either Cheez-Its, Goldfish, or Fritos.
Goldfish.
Goldfish is a great and
Parmesan
actually,
goldfish.
And,
And I do
and they
use
have
the
those mini
pretzel.
goldfish too.
Yes, the
Oh my
little mini
gosh.
babies are good because then they have a cute little goldfish in your cookie.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Um,
I haven't done that before.
Yeah, it's
My
good.
favorite are, I have some chewy ginger molasses
Ooh,
cookies
yum.
that are my favorite. I think, so Beth is coming home, and she's actually going to get here while we're at the family wedding.
Oh.
So, well, I think I'm going to say, like, here's 3 cookie recipes.
If you feel like baking, right? Are all the rest of you going to the wedding?
Me and Jeff and the littles.
Nice.
So,
Nice. But at the very least, you can have her. What I've done in the past when I've made like 8 or 9 types of cookies, which I have because I'm crazy,
Same.
is I'll weigh out, I'll take one night or one evening and I'll weigh out all the ingredients and, you know, all of the dries in one, all of the sugars in another, and then put them in like the plastic Tupperware Chinese food containers. So a big one has the dry, a little one has the sugars. And then I'll just put that aside with the recipe on top. So it's already, you just have to dump it in.
Easy.
Dump it in. Yeah, it goes a lot quicker.
That's like
You
being
know,
on
I
Martha
started-
Stewart with everything where she's like, watch this recipe take 5 minutes to make. Here I have everything perfectly.
It's your mise en place. You need your mise en place.
I have actually a spreadsheet of all the cookies that I like to make so that I can also know how much to buy of everything. It's
Yes.
like you have your,
You're like
you're
8
making
pounds of butter.
3 batches of this and 2 batches of that and whatever. And after a couple of years of having to run to the store to get, we do need more butter. Oh, no, we need another, 5 pounds of flour or whatever. Just did that. And so I know
And then you
exactly
know.
for everything.
I just said
Yeah.
Jeff.
When you add them all up.
I
He
was
wants
going
to
to say,
eat them. That's his contribution to the cookie making.
I aim for Kathleen, but I wind up just said, Jonathan, go get me more butter. What kind of butter? Just get me more butter.
Butter.
Don't need the butter. But yeah, now I really want cookies.
Yeah, definitely
Really
going
want
to do. We do the cutout
Sugar plums.
butter cookies. I have a huge cookie cutter collection.
Ooh.
So definitely, and Haley and I kind of go back and forth. She likes really big cookies. I tend to like the small cookies because then you can eat more of them.
Yeah, and you can dip
It
them in
does
the milk.
take longer to. We don't dip in milk.
Oh, I do.
Well, she doesn't do milk at all.
Oh, well,
and
that's true.
yeah, I dip in tea actually sometimes.
Okay, tea's good. Tea's acceptable. Jonathan does all of the cookie cutter sugar cookies with the boys, and I wash my hands of it because I can't stand doing rollout cookies. Which is why the one rollout cookie I do is like, okay, that it has to be worth it. It has to earn its keep.
And which one is your roll?
It's the brownie rollouts from Smeaton Kitchen, rolled a little bit thick and then slightly underbaked, so they actually taste like brownies.
Nice. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Now I'm really hungry.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Now you're all also
Now
really
we need to
hungry,
move
but you
along
can eat
to
cookies.
knitting
And maybe
things.
we'll have pictures of cookies by the time this comes out, or if we
Maybe.
don't, we probably if we don't, then we'll do them next time. We'll throw
Or
in some
at least
of our,
we can link to some of our favorite recipes.
I
That
will
would be
totally
good.
link. I am
Yeah,
very
'cause
particular.
I don't think we.
Actually,
we
all
didn't
my
talk
recipes
about.
are family recipes. I don't use for the most part. Yeah, I have like nasty little index cards that have.
I have the index cards, but most of my recipes are
Yeah.
Smeaton Kitchen.
My sister Irene's too.
I have all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff.
She's good. She's got all kinds of
So,
things. Yeah.
well, what we can link. Usually we have an around town section. If you never open the comments below our
Oh, you should.
below our podcast, we link to certainly all the patterns we talk about, but also anything that's going on in town that we talk about. And this time in the around town, I'll put links to recipes.
Sounds good. I will see if I can find. I'm sure some of mine are out and about.
Or close approximations.
If
Yeah.
not, you should publish.
Actually, my niece for last Christmas did a recipe collection of things my mom has made.
Oh,
It was
I
so
love
sweet. She
that.
got them from and she worked with my sister to to do a beautiful printed version of it for everyone in the family. It was really nice.
That's really great.
So
That's so
yeah,
awesome.
We should get that out.
All right, let's move on to finished objects.
Yeah. And this is going to be all about the hats.
It's
right?
going to be
Well,
all about the hats today.
It's all about the things you can finish in 2 days.
There you go.
Tops.
Case in point.
That's really pretty. I like
Thank
that.
you. This one these are hats for my dad who,
Oh, right.
my mom's allergic to wool. My dad loves wool. He apparently wears a hat all the time when it's cold. And I'm like, again, turn up the thermostat. Like, this is not that hard.
It's cheaper to wear a hat.
But it is cheaper to wear a hat. And plus,
Some people actually
just
like
likes-
sleeping in the cold, kind of, but
Yes.
don't want to be cold. I could never understand that myself.
I
Hating
like
the cold.
sleeping in the cold, but I like blankets piled on me.
Yeah.
But he likes sleeping in the cold and wearing a hat. So I have
Whatever works, right?
exactly. I'm making. He's specifically requested a hat. The first one he specifically requested dark green, and I know he can't use YouTube, so I have no problem telling everyone.
Right.
So this is a green heather DK weight hemmed hat out of Scout.
It's beautiful. It's
So
pretty.
Oh,
it's-
that's nice. That's
It's
Scout.
like simple and
That's
perfect.
Scout.
It really is.
I
Simple.
thought
I
this
knitted-
was Harriet.
No, I knitted a little bit denser.
Yeah, this
On
is great. The
fives?
fabric's incredible.
4s or 5s.
I'll take
and
pictures of these. You gotta see
Yeah.
this fabric.
It's my standard hemmed hat. I actually have a pattern that I published that Amanda will link to.
Yep.
That is this, but for worsted weight. And
I'm
the
glad,
only
because
difference
that's going to be Eric's hat. I got to change the cast on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super easy. Just change the number of cast on stitches, and for DK, that's exactly what I did. So this is I'm shedding. I have to get my haircut. So for DK weight, it was 110 stitches instead of 100 for worsted. Dad's got a big head. So do I. And then I did a similar thing. This is also Scott. This is leftovers of, I think I had like a mini ball of red, and I had leftover gray from a Colorworks sweater.
So nice.
So I did a tubular cast on 1x1 rib. This one is not blocked, and you can kind of tell. And then I did helical stripes, 1 row stripes of gray and red, with a couple of slip stitches to make the little vertical lines.
So there's not a pattern for this. You just
there's not a pattern for this.
Your own thing.
It is very similar, but the numbers are different to one of the Kelborn Woolens hats, which they did the pearls out and the slip stitches across the pearls, which was really cool. But I was not about to
Pearl a whole hat.
I would have done it inside out.
Yeah.
But
and
then you
that
can't.
was the case.
Then you have the slip stitches. And how do you do that?
Well, you the
can
slip
figure out how
stitches.
you
The slip stitches you
do
just
it
knit.
and-
You keep in knit. But I would essentially do it inside out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then like pearl instead of knit the slip stitches on 1 row and then slip them with the yarn in back on the next row. You would
Slip it with the yarn.
pearl the slip stitches on 1 row and then slip them with the yarn in front on the next row. Decreases would be a pain in the ass.
Smart.
But
Then you'd have to turn it.
Well, then
right
maybe
side out.
working on the right side.
then I would
for
work
that.
on the right
yeah.
side when I get to the decreases. But yeah, so these two are done, and I'll probably do one more because I have some leftovers of the teal scout and a little ball of the mint green scout, which I think would look
Oh, that would be really nice together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
like
also
that mint.
grabbed an
Nice.
a skein of Ocean Lucky Tweed for a heavier weight hat that he won't wear to bed.
We're looking at all.
Or
of
maybe
the,
he will.
I love all those colors.
looking at all the
It's so
Kelborn.
gorgeous.
Because my mother, Daddy requested dark green, and my mother requested blue.
There you go.
For him. Because she likes it better.
Oh, because she has to
cool.
look at him.
She has to look at him.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. He's not going to see it. So that's all I got. Really, that's all. I put everything else aside and started doing
Right.
these.
That's
but
sort of been what I've done. I put everything else
Right? You kind of have to. It's December.
aside.
This one only took a day, though. Because
Yeah.
I had to wait for people and appointments, and it took forever.
Shall we go into more hats?
Yeah, what else you got?
More hats.
More hats.
Yay.
More hats. So I've got a couple of store samples. This is another Kelborn hat. This is, but actually this is another yarn. This is the LRA
Rustic
Rustic
Aran.
Aran.
Ooh,
Exactly.
I love it.
I
in
just
the
thought that would be a
rustic
nice
iron.
combination. That this nice little purple.
I love the way
With-
this yarn looks. I feel like
Yeah,
it doesn't
nice.
get enough hype.
Yeah, it doesn't
looks
get enough
so nice. And it's half silk, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
like
maybe not
30
half.
I don't know
so.
what percentage
Amanda will
it is.
correct
It was
us
nice to
here.
work. It was really
Yeah.
nice to work. I like that a lot.
It's beautiful.
It has like a tweedy effect, but it's not a tweed.
But subtle.
not-
It's like
yeah.
a subtle. Yeah, the silk gives it the little
Yeah.
bits of slub. It does look slightly tweedy.
it looks great when
But I
in
love
that
this
texture.
pattern. It's so. It's like quilting. It's really like perfect quilting. It's so
Oh,
cool
yeah.
the way. Yeah.
I
Little,
love it.
little
Like
diamonds.
Diamond. Which month is this?
that is the March hat.
Oh, I love how it feels. It's all like nubbly.
Right?
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to do. I would definitely do it again. And then this
love
one
it.
But
is
this one's good for like a beginner or advanced beginner.
advanced beginner. Advanced beginner. You definitely have to be confident in your knits and pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where sometimes a true beginner is not completely
Right.
It
Yeah,
can be a
that
little
makes sense.
tricky.
with that.
Yeah.
And actually, I did
this
not.
one.
That
Do that one.
recommended a tubular cast
This
on.
one.
I did not do it. I just did. I don't know if I did cable or long tail. You can probably tell by looking at it.
It looks like
Yeah, because
long
I
tail.
missed the last one. So this is like a couple
Yeah.
of. I've got a few extra projects in here because I didn't get to show anything last time.
Yeah, because so
So.
that's good to know because this is the March hat and it's like advanced beginner. I did the April hat if you remember with the Kelborn
The tan
Germantown.
style,
Yeah, that is a solid intermediate hat. It was
yeah.
it was fine for me, but you have to know how to crochet too, or at least
Yeah.
you know how to
Be
need to know
comfortable
how
with a
to
crochet hook.
exactly.
More
Yeah.
stuff
so.
in it.
Actually, my next hat, I'm going to take this one off because it's making me really hot.
But it's nice and cozy.
It's so cozy. So this is a hat we did our first winter.
Yes.
And this one too, right?
Yeah, these were two hats that I did. They were on Ravelry. Vandie's Witty Santa and Elf hat, I think is what it's called. We'll link to the pattern. And we have, when we first started stocking cotton candy, we had these giant skeins, which are so fun looking. This is actually our last one that we have of Bad Santa.
Oh,
but
I love
we do
Bad
have
Santa.
Sassy Santa, which is this
small one,
print
right?
in the small one, exactly. Yeah. So if you wanted to make both the Santa and Elf hat, you could do it with 2 skeins of.
If you're seeing this
Bad
on Sunday
Santa.
before Christmas, you have plenty of time to knit
You
this.
certainly could.
You can bang that out.
The elf is like a little onion. It's so cute. It's just like a little
so
onion head.
cute. I love it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a little kid?
It was Haley and Ollie. Yeah,
It was
Haley and
Ollie.
Ollie.
Oh, I'm gonna put.
We'll see if we can find that
So
picture.
cute.
Yeah,
That is such a cute picture. I think it's on your. I think it's on the pattern.
It might be on the pattern.
It is probably on the pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll definitely find that.
Haley posing well and Ollie being like,
Oh no,
smile,
they were
smile,
so cute.
smile.
I remember that one day I ran them up to Van Vleck because they were all decorated for Christmas, and they love each other. They're so
love
cute.
each other.
They're so cute, and they had a fun time. Cozy. I got a few good ones. All right, more hats.
More hats.
This is, I don't know if Caarin's published her ebook of patterns yet.
I don't think it's been published, but we've mentioned it a few times.
Yeah, and
because
you've
Charlie's
shown-
green sweater, and then I was working on the sample, which I finished, and I'll show when the book's published. But now you've done samples
this
too?
one will this was another test knit for her. This is the Picklecake Bonnet. It's so
I
sweet.
love bonnets.
And
How
this
long
is-
did that take?
I don't know. I was working on it with other things, so I kind of did it on and off within a week. But if you
Yeah.
really just worked on it, I'm sure you could bang it out in a couple of days.
It's
Yeah.
so sweet.
I do love the bonnet look too. The nice little
I
circle
love
on the
it.
back. So sweet.
Bonnets
sweet.
for me are like the best, and usually I can finish a bonnet in a day or 2. Yeah.
So
And they stay on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because they're always like,
Kids
This
can
is-
like be pulling at it, and they're just like.
they're like, ugh.
doesn't go anywhere. This is going to be gifted to my great niece who her parents are hosting Christmas for us this year. So
Nice.
it's going to be gone by the next time we do this. Then this is for our donation drive that we're doing right now, which will also be over by the time.
Oh, we didn't
this
talk about
comes
that
out.
in Around Town.
We should.
we
we'll go
should.
back.
That's true. It's over. by
It'll
the
be
time
over,
this comes.
but,
It'll be over by
but
the
the
time
thing
we
is,
have it,
we
but-
still can collect more hats, and
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
there
I
are
wish
other good purposes if people have been working on
What
them.
we're talking about is a hat drive that one of the friends of the store, Kimmy Nielsen, runs and collects hats for kids in
two of the biggest
two of the
elementaries.
bigger elementary schools, and for
In
their
Montclair.
in Montclair for their holiday drive. And then anything else that's left over, she makes sure it goes to people who need it. I think last year they did something where they gave them out in Newark on Christmas Day
At a soup kitchen.
at one of the soup kitchens. It's a fantastic thing. And we have a thing where you can take a skein and leave a hat. And we have a bunch.
Yeah.
We
We have
do.
a bunch.
Yeah.
We've collected
Last
a bunch.
weekend-
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Last weekend I had several people come in. Dropping off.
Yeah.
So this one is going to go there.
So this one is going to go in the donation
I
pile. This
recognize
is,
that yarn.
I recognize
Yes,
that.
that's right. This was the yarn that I was using for my hat down. It wasn't the
Yes.
right yarn for that.
It's beautiful in
yes.
that.
It's I like it in there.
Stunning.
It's pretty. But this is the Busy Bee pattern, and I will make sure I make comments on my projects because there were a couple of little issues. I think the designer was test knitting it, but never finished making changes to the pattern after people made comments.
That can happen.
So yeah, it's cute, but it was slightly problematic in terms
Yeah.
of working it.
So if you're seeing this, just read Kathleen's
Just
comments.
check out
Or
yeah,
maybe
read
I'll,
notes.
we'll
you
link
have-
to the project.
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
link to your
I'll
project.
yeah.
Because
And
it's
then
really adorable.
this is a store sample that I did with the same pattern that I modified slightly. And one of the things that I did, it's basically an all over cable pattern. And I think it's so
a pretty
adorable.
cable. I like that cable a lot.
I love it. It's you're basically doing, right cables and left cables originally it said to do them every 4 rows. On this I did every 5 rows. You really can't tell the difference.
And because
they
you're
still
knitting
look
in
nice
the
and
round, you can do it every 5 rows. You don't have to wait for
So this
a right
is
side
Juniper
row.
Moon
Nice.
14.
That's
which
so nice.
It's so nice. And this was, especially by the time I did the nice thick pom-pom,
Poofy
it's almost 2 whole balls of it. But
Yeah.
talk about a nice luxurious gift, or just a gift to yourself in January, right?
Yeah, because there's like 15% cashmere, just a smidge in there.
Just a smidge. And that,
But the 14, whatever,
Micron thickness, yeah.
That's
it's
incredible.
It's like a super soft. I did 2 hats for the boys out of 14, and because they were just plain beanies, it used 1 skein each because a cable uses
the
more,
cable
the
uses a lot more. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to be able to finish it with one, so it's like you might as well go for the big pom-pom.
Beautiful.
My 14 hat has a very floppy pom-pom
Yeah.
because that was
right
all
over there
the yarn
behind
that's
the
left.
You're like, that's what you're getting.
And then
Sometimes.
talk about big pom-poms. This one
Oh,
I'm going to put on.
love
Look at this.
Oh, I love it with your sweater.
Right?
Oh yeah, it's true. It is good with the sweater.
It totally coordinates.
So this is one of our Toft alpaca, cruelty-free alpaca pom-poms.
Isn't that awesome?
I love them. And this is also knitted wit. It's the Storyteller colorway.
It's
The Storyteller's like
so
the best. I love it.
pretty.
I love it. That is like the
It's so
happiest
pretty.
color that was ever dyed.
I know. That'll
really
brighten up
is so
winter
fun.
for sure.
And actually, I have a magenta coat. That's partly why I went with it. And it's got those pops of yellow and gold and a little bit of green. So,
It's beautiful.
And Jen, I did a little riff on your thing with
So you
because
know it.
I had gotten some tags to put on my hats, and I
Yeah.
have no idea where they are. No
Oh.
idea. So I sewed them on the ones I did last year, but no idea where they are. So at least this year, using your nice tip to have some way to know where
Yeah.
the seam is,
best
so that
way to do it.
because actually when I did
So
the
you can always
photo
put it
shoot
in
with
the
Haley
back.
and Ollie, some of the best pictures, the seam on one of them was like right in the middle of the forehead. So
if
annoying.
you look at the pictures on the beach with my daughter and my soldatna, it's on backwards.
it happens.
There's
and
short
those
rows
things-
right across the front. But
those
whatever,
things
you can't
are
go
always-
back to the beach.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
number of times I have been wearing a sweater the wrong way, a shirt inside out, where at least I think it was Lisa at one of the intermediate classes was like, your shirt's on inside out. I'm like, oh, good Lord, again. Like, the number of times this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's a thing. It's a trend.
Once you put the tag in, then you just have to pay attention to the tag.
Well, that's the easy part. But I liked this, and actually, this is a
you
little.
see that.
This is a little piece of the leftover 14.
Yeah.
Because it kind of color
It goes.
coordinates,
It
and
totally
but it's
goes.
a little thinner. So
I love it.
that's all my hats,
Yay.
and I'm wearing a Carbeth, which I did in our knit along
A year
I
ago.
love that green.
one winter ago or two. I guess it was one winter ago.
Yeah, I think so. Because you used the jewel buttons,
One
and then we
winter.
got the jewel
Right,
buttons.
And then we
right,
got the jewel
exactly.
buttons because
Yeah.
I was like,
Motivated.
I love the jewel buttons.
This
was a
is
good knit
the
along.
It
Cascade
was a good
Eco Plus,
Yep.
and these were the ones that we steeped. You and I
Yes.
steeped ours. Yeah, that was
Oh,
fun.
did
I
you?
like those buttons too. Those are pretty.
Yeah, these were. I had these in my
Button stash?
vast button stash.
In the buttons.
How many
the
kinds of stash can we
stash.
have? All right, so on to
Onto
your finished objects, Amanda.
What does Amanda have? She's knitting
I see
away
some pretty things.
furiously.
Wait, you were in the middle of saying something. What were you in the middle of saying?
Was I talking about this? That this was the 14? Is that
I
all?
did that
or-
already.
I thought that was the last thing I said.
Anyway, okay, so sorry for the abrupt change because
Oh no, we were talking about the Carbeth and
the
the buttons.
Carbeth.
buttons, and
Buttons.
you have another stash. Okay,
Yes, one more. Yeah,
All right,
another stash.
Multiple
vast button
stashes.
multiple stashes.
Yes. And
All right.
meanwhile,
And meanwhile, okay, now I finished my row. There. Well, I finished a half row. Okay, so I think I have lots of finished objects that are all like short things. This, I put it on one of Jen's yarn bowls,
Good idea.
which, by the way, are an excellent holiday gift.
Yes.
and in store.
Yes, and locally made.
Very locally.
About as local as you can get.
Yay. This is, so my mom asked for a tea cozy for Christmas, and she never asked for anything, so I made her tea cozy. So, like, here we go, and like, if my hands are the teapot things,
So
ta-da.
cute.
It's so cute.
really
I
fun.
love the welty swirling around.
Right? And it's so cool,
So
because it's
cute.
like, so it's knit in two pieces, two sides,
Mm-hmm.
and then you seam it together, and then you pick up stitches around the top and do some stockinette on the top.
Oh.
And then this is actually crocheted around the bottom,
Oh, cute.
and then
Just
you
so
just
you can
tie it up,
It's
Cinch
really
it up.
fun.
cinch
Yeah.
it, and
That's
then
so cute.
I used every bit of leftover yarn to make pom-poms on the top.
Was
What'd
that
you
bowls?
use?
Was that sugar bowls?
No, this is alpaca soft decay.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
it's
right.
beautiful.
Yeah, this is.
Very nice.
Bowl
It's
would have been
really
nice,
pretty.
but my pattern was decay, and I didn't feel like modifying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
And, there's only so big of a teapot you want to make.
Well, I could have made like fewer stripes and like
Yeah.
I could have fixed it.
That's
but-
math.
Yeah. So I just looked for the round yarn that was DK.
There you go.
And in colors that you like.
Yeah. But I think this will be good for my mom.
I love it.
So yay, that's good.
Very pretty.
So that's my first finished project. And this was, and I told you what it is.
Ice Cream Swirl Tea Cozy by Louise Bollanos.
Bollanos. Yeah.
Bollanos.
I guess.
Sorry.
But she has a blog, and so this is on her. This is one of her blog posts.
It's really cute.
so
I love the pom-poms on the top.
Yeah.
It's going to be so cute.
It's interesting because a lot of patterns I feel like are now constructed so that everything's in one piece.
Yeah.
But this
a lot
I feel
of people don't like see me. I
right.
think, yeah.
But this is like I feel like almost a more traditional pattern where you do your two pieces and then you construct it this
Yeah.
way and
Pick
Yeah.
up your...
and
it.
it works so beautifully. I'm so happy with the way it turned out.
It
It's
looks
really-
great.
it's
It
really
also
sweet.
makes sense because you have a hole for the handle and a hole
Yeah.
for the spout. So
Otherwise, you have
It's
to cast
easier.
off and cast on again.
yeah, no one wants
And
to do that.
it was nice because I could just like take these two flat pieces, and they each took me like half day to do them. I wasn't knitting consistently, but she says it would take 2 hours to do this.
Oh, I think that's more than a 2-hour project for pretty much
I would
anybody.
think that's
It's more than a 2-hour project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say it's like maybe 6 or 7.
I'm fast, and that's more than a 2-hour project.
Yeah. Because I'd say I did each of the panels probably in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a good train ride to the city and back.
That'll get
A
you
good
that.
tower meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to sit down and think about picking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Picking up the stitches and
And pay attention.
Right.
That's attention must be paid.
And then I did the pom-poms during the meeting too.
Pom-poms are fun and mindless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first thing.
Okay.
Second, last time I showed you this Tin Can Knits Anthology cowl. And I had just finished the other one, and now I finished my second one. So this is the
Oh,
second.
it's so
pretty.
cute.
Is that Water Street DK? Is that from
No,
your...
it's
Germantown?
Germantown,
More
because
Germantown,
that's all
yeah.
I knit with. except
All
for this
Germantown all the time.
DK. Yeah. I actually emailed the folks at Kelburn because we placed a order, and I said, you should check out our podcast because that's all I was knitting with.
All Germantown.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
these are holiday gifts for some of our school staff. And these took, I'd say 3.5 hours each.
It's not bad.
Yeah, once I had the charts designed, which was just super fun, and I got to play with markers.
And it's like coloring.
Yeah, no, they were fun. And Tin Can Knits Anthology pattern, which is both a hat and a cowl, free by Tin Can Knits. And they have all the little patterns in there, and you can go and like design your own thing. Yeah,
swap them in.
it's really fun for like, I think starting color work would be fun, or if you want to just play with different colors and patterns and designs and see what you like. I definitely learned on this one, right? Like if I have a motif in the center, I want to leave a little bit more space around it so that it's easier to see.
Oh,
Like,
I
think I
see.
can see.
The filling in.
Yeah, this filling in bit I could have done less of, and the stars would have been more pronounced. So, my next project are cup cozies.
These are really cute.
I'm
Really
putting
cute.
teacher initials on cup cozies, and then I'll put like a little Starbucks gift card in there.
Very
Perfect.
sweet. And I love the way you did a little pattern on the back to carry your yarn across.
Yeah,
Very
Yeah.
nice.
there's still some long floats in here. But
But it's not going on someone's hand. It's going on a
Yeah.
cup,
No, it's
so
on a cup.
it'll be fine.
it'll felt
Yeah.
in a little while.
And I was going to say it's Germantown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as
As soon as you get a little damp, a little hot,
gets a little hot,
it'll
a
felt.
little pressure on it when you're like, my coffee! It'll felt down. It'll
That
be
is
fine.
such a sweet
Yeah.
gift idea, though. I love it because it's like, you know whose coffee that is.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
And I thought honestly like I was just gonna do 2 of them, but I started this at 8 last night, and I finished 2. So now I'm doing the other 2 as well. So that's the only thing that's on my needles right now. Well, aside from sweaters that are on hold until after gift knitting is done.
Yeah.
That
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's the beginning of Tea Cozy number 3.
There you go.
So, and I'll tell you
cozy.
how
Cup
cup cozy. Yes, this is Tea Cozy. These are cup cozies. I'll tell you how I did these because the pattern that I used, these are my charts. I made little
Cute.
charts with all the letters.
Mm-hmm.
Printed out graph paper from a free online graph paper website.
And just colored in.
Yep. So the letters that I used are Kim Guzman's alphabet graphs. They're on her her blog, which is at crochetkim.com. There's also a link in that to Ravelry. There's a link in Ravelry to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
By the way. And then the pattern for like the basic worsted cup cozy, I'm using Shanita Williams' Addicted to Caffeine Coffee Cup Cozy, which is a worsted cup cozy, but it has decreases. That means that the
That's
top's
what I usually do too.
a little
so
bigger
it
than the
hugs
bottom.
it better. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't have a cup handy, so I didn't want to go and measure stuff. So I was like, I'll use the one that somebody's already done the work. But yeah, so Shanita's pattern actually uses Norocurion.
Ooh,
And
that'd be
it's
pretty.
so pretty, and I think she uses one color but stripes from both ends, right? Just alternates every every 2 rows.
That's
It's
a
all
fun idea.
yeah, it's also on Ravelry. I mean, that would be if you're watching this on Sunday and you need presents for
You want to bang some out?
yeah, for like literally even with the color work, these took me like 2 hours each.
Yeah. Because it's just a couple of rows.
Yeah, yeah. That's cup cozies are what I did in my Magic Loop class.
Yeah.
And that's something we probably should do that. Well, we
It's a
found
good
it on
way.
the
It's a
calendar.
good way to learn Magic
It's
Loop.
a great way to learn it.
Well, and I also like it because you can't put it on with the letter. You can't put it on upside down.
Mhm, right.
You
right.
don't have to. But why is this
You don't
not
have to
coming
worry
on?
about- Yeah, which
Like
is
you
the
can
top
just
and
be
which is the
like,
bottom.
poop,
Yep.
right in.
Yeah,
I love it. I love this green teal.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. It's
I am
cute.
nothing if not predictable.
Yeah, I liked this alphabet because it's nice and like
Swoopy.
yeah, it's interesting. It's
beautiful
not
M.
blocky,
Mhm,
right?
Yeah, it's very
It's a really
pretty.
beautiful M.
So these were actually made to be duplicate stitched on crochet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I was like, we'll see if it works.
You can
Yeah,
chart anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks great. I love it.
Ta-da!
Gorgeous.
Those are my
Finished
almost
objects.
all of these. Like, if you still need something, you could do this
Yeah,
today.
You could do. Cup cozies are great for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're
Even
really
the
great for
anthology
that
you
kind
could do.
Yeah, you could do that. Especially if you're a little brave, or you know color work. If you know color work, sure.
But it's 41 rows.
Bang
And
Or if
worsted.
you want to keep
Learn
knitting
color.
during your holiday instead of having to
Yeah.
help in the kitchen. and things
Yes,
like that.
it's true.
Excuse
Where
me,
you're
I need
like,
to finish
oh,
this."
I need to finish this cowl. I'm so sorry. I need to sit in the corner, and you can come talk to me and bring me drinks.
Yeah, but if you didn't want to do the color work, you can use this as a pattern
Right.
and just
you
use
could
like
stripe
a
it or just
use
yeah.
a cool Mrs. Crosby, right? That's variegated
Yeah,
or
the
whatever. That would
speckles.
be easy.
Mhm.
A lot
That'd
of
be
time, I like finding these patterns that are nice blank canvases.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You know, which is what this is, and that's what this is too.
You can just
but you
swap
can-
swap in whatever
Yeah.
technique you want to do. You could put cables on that. You could
You could
put
do
totally
seed
could.
stitch in the middle of it. You could just do your ribbing and seed stitch.
Yeah.
Or, you know, yeah.
anything. Anything.
Very
But it's nice to know how many rows you need to do.
Oh yeah, exactly.
How many to cast
like you said, it's
on.
one of those things you could do the math, but if someone else has done
Yeah.
it,
Yes.
take
Yeah,
advantage
once
of
you
their hard
figured
work
it out,
and yeah,
do that.
Go with it.
that
Go with
works.
it.
So you also did what was on your needles, which is cup cozy.
Number 3. Yes.
Oh, and you have a finished object.
Oh,
you
I
can talk
do.
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
you finished objects.
So cute.
This is not a new finished object. This is last year's. I had an ugly sweater party to go to, and decided like 10 days before the party that I was going to knit myself a sweater.
As you do.
Yeah. So this is a Drops pattern. It's called Rudolph. Drops is a company in Europe. They have a lot of free patterns on Ravelry. This one, I like some of their patterns. Some of them I would say are of questionable intellectual property source, right? Like sometimes you see them have free patterns that really somebody else's pattern that is substantially similar to that.
Wow. I also know that they are not known for having anything test knit, and there are a lot of
No, there are a lot of
in their
errors
patterns.
in drops patterns, so
Yeah.
just be warned.
FYI.
Be forewarned. Yes.
If you see
exactly.
one you love, see if you can find a different pattern.
that looks like it.
But yeah, but I would say this was super fast. I
Yeah.
started it 10 days before a party and finished it a day before the party.
Yeah.
And I wasn't knitting full time. This is not in yarn that we carry, but I was looking around beforehand, and this is the exact same size as Chill.
Yeah.
So
Sugar Bush Chill would swap in nicely.
yes, I think that would be like super. It
Which
would
is
be
over
great.
there, which is why you see us all looking over there.
Yeah, and we have we have enough for somebody to do it. Because we've got plenty of the gray, the white,
because we've got all of that. We've got that cabinet. We've got a couple of assets up there.
And the
we have
colors.
enough that I can see, and then there's even more
It
in
used to
our little
occupy a
squirrely
large corner
hideaways.
of my dining room, so I know where all of it is in the store. I'm so happy it's all living here now.
Down.
Yeah. So I think in the original pattern, all of these guys had like little stitched on noses.
And one pom pom.
Oh, I just did one pom pom.
I love the pom-pom.
I think the pom pom's
I
really
think the
fun.
pom-pom
It's a
is
great
so
touch.
And I tried.
Because he's Rudolph.
Yeah, exactly. He needs his red nose.
And I did one pom pom with with Chill, which doesn't work for a pom pom this size.
Oh yeah, you need to use something.
Yeah, it just explodes. So I use this is fingering weight. It's fingering weight red.
But it matches.
Perfect.
It's super
It's like
cute.
long enough. Ta-da.
It's really cute.
It's super cute.
And it's bottom up, so you start at the bottom, you go here, then you knit the sleeves, then you knit that, then you join it and just do the yoke. And there's how many rows on this? Yoke. This was the very first
30,
color work
20.
I ever did in my whole life.
Wow.
And I would totally recommend putting one down. Like if you're doing 2 colors, you put one color down and pick it up, because holding both of these at the same time is just impossible. No matter how.
So chunky. Yeah.
Like 40. There's like 40 rows in that yoke, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think it's that.
Maybe. Maybe all the way to the ribbon. It's 40
Yeah,
rows.
so I think the whole body probably took me like 2 days. Each sleeve took me a day. And then the yoke.
And then join it and...
The yoke took me more,
Yeah.
but that was because it was my very first color work ever, so it probably took me 3 days to do the
You might
yoke.
be inspiring me to make one of these.
Oh, this
before
is super fast. Super fast. I will tell you some feedback. If you're looking at this in the future and you're like, it's the middle of August and you're like, I'm going to make an ugly sweater this year. I think I want to do that Drops Rudolph pattern. Let's just say, once you get in a crowded room at a holiday party with a Chill weight sweater,
and a drink in your hand, presumably.
it is toasty. It is
Maybe good
slightly warm.
for
a little
skating
hot.
or something, outdoor skating
Yes.
or
Yes.
something like that.
You-
Yeah.
As an outerwear.
Yes.
Like a true Lopiazza.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
This was. I didn't wear a coat here today.
It's a
Yeah,
little chilly.
no need.
I'm a little chilly.
I'm not. I'm sort of warm.
It's the one time where I'm like, I'm chilly, and Amanda's
I don't know if I've
toasty
ever
warm.
heard you say that you were chilly before,
It's
Jen.
like opposite day.
It is opposite day.
So
Yeah, it's opposite
just make
day.
a chill sweater. You
make
won't
a chill
have that
sweater.
problem anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
be
there
good.
actually was a chill sweater in Vogue
I remember
last
that.
winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of
It
like
was so pretty.
patchwork
it's so
slash
cute.
stripey slash. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cute.
It was really cute.
Adorable.
That would be like, if you want to do a first sweater just to see how it is, those would be really.
Yeah.
A chill sweater was best.
So let's see. What do we have on the needles? You have a cup cozy. Kathleen, what do you have?
I have my Staring at Stars sweater, which I have made
yay.
good progress on. I finally got to the eyelets. I've been binge watching some things, so it's allowed me to do this, the nice boring stockinette part of the body.
Yarn over, knit two together. Yarn over, knit two together. Yarn over, knit two together.
So I've done, let's see, this is the top.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And
I like this.
I did it to the dimensions that it said. It was like 9.5 inches till you start the eyelets. And then the eyelets go for 8 rows. What I'm going to do, or 8 repeats.
8 repeats, yeah.
So it's like 32 rows.
So you're
'cause
halfway
it's a
there.
4-row pattern. And what I'm going to do is actually try it on when I'm at that point and see if I want to add a few more rows of eyelets.
Yeah.
Because I
Makes
don't,
sense.
it's at least, it's hitting right about my waist.
Yeah.
And this only calls for 1 inch of ribbing at the bottom. I might do a little bit more than that. I'll see.
It's really pretty.
Thank you. This is Madeline Tosh DK Rocinante
Oh,
color.
it's such a
I
pretty
love the
color.
color. It's really
such a pretty color.
really
It's rose
pretty.
goldy.
Yeah, definitely.
Really gorgeous.
So, so other than all the hats and I've got a store project which has not progressed since I last showed it on here.
Oh, you have your needles secure. Look at that.
Oh yeah. That actually is a
I'll
pencil
take a-
grippy.
I'll take a picture of the.
Oh, now
nice
that
part.
I would call a hack.
That
back to our
it's still
hack. No.
a tip. It's not a hack.
But that's using something else for that's
Still a tip. Still a tip.
it's that one's both, I would say.
Aw. She did it on purpose.
I didn't. I just actually Haley was the one who came up with that. Haley
I think that's great. But when Amanda titled that one podcast like the hacks, I was like,
she did do that on purpose.
Of course.
So
what other joy do I have in life?
So I feel like there must be something else on my needles, but I don't know. This is mostly what I've been doing.
I think we're all focusing on like the smaller things.
Same here. I mean, I still have the Magnolia sweater on my needles, which I'm not even going to take out because it is at the exact same spot that it was the previous one. So if you want to see where I'm at with that, go watch last episode. Yeah. I still can't tell you what number that is.
Can I see? Because I wasn't.
Sure.
And actually, I haven't watched it yet either.
All right, I guess I will take it.
I've been.
Now I have to put the caption.
I know, now she's going to put the caption on.
Sorry.
So, I'm at the sleeve.
Oh, pretty. And I do love the lace at the bottom of this.
Yeah, the lace on it came
so
out
pretty.
really nicely.
Yeah.
And so I'm on row 5
gorgeous.
of the lace on the sleeve as well.
When our Lucky Tweed order comes in, this is our next order. This is what I'm going to start. But I'm doing the cardigan. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
the bulky.
I'm not going to carry any mohair or anything, but it's one of those things. I had seen the pattern, I saw the yarn, I'm like, those two will be gorgeous together.
Oh, it would be beautiful.
And that'll show the bobbles really well.
Yeah.
It does. That shows bobbles well. The Lucky Tweed sample hat is one that was written for Lucky Tweed from Calborn Woolens, and I can't remember the name of it, but it has bobbles on it. And
yes, and they look great. They look great.
They're super cute.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm still working on a lot of hats.
A lot of hats. We've have deadline knitting to do.
I know. We're focused on other things. But we do have stuff that's new in the store. So the first thing that's new is the knit along. The mystery knit along.
So again, by the time, we'll see. We'll have to see whether there are any left by the time this podcast goes live.
They're going pretty quick. There may not be any pre-orders
We started
left.
with 20 kits, and we've got less than half left.
Bunch have gone.
So,
but this is what the package will be for those of y'all doing the knit along. So the mystery inside, you'll have 12 days of winter. So you'll have 12.
There'll be like 12 individually wrapped and labeled packages inside.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them will be the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the pattern might be on, like, there might be a printed thing on top.
Okay.
But then
you've got your 4 mini skeins from different trunk shows.
Yep.
The pink colorway is completely sold out. That actually sold out within the first 2 hours of open pre-orders. And the blue and the green colorways are the other options, and those have been selling nicely.
Yep. Well, the blues are now like goes blues to purples.
Right.
Teals to purples. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
And then you got your the neutral. That's the main background of the
There's
item.
the background.
Mm-hmm.
There's and everything I'm not going to give away what any of the other little gifts are in there, but I think you could take what's in here and knit the whole project and not use anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
So you could just do like the whole thing.
Yes.
And how perfect would this be? Just slap a label on it and say, "Hello, Jen. This is for you."
Well, that's the green one. That might say "Hello, Kathleen."
I know that's true. The green. So the way we can tell, this has the green ribbon.
Yes.
So like the blue or purple ribbon would be.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be blue.
Yeah. It's gonna be blue. I was gonna say Kathleen has them over there.
Yeah.
So this will be exciting. So when will these be out on the 21st?
No,
well, it's 20th.
Ready to pick up on the 15th.
Pick up on the 15th. Ooh, so soon.
Yeah, very soon.
So actually, before this goes
before this goes out. Yeah. So any of that now you can pick it up.
Yeah.
If you're seeing this and you don't have one yet, if we have any left,
they will be on the table.
Yeah.
Sure, basically.
I bet that will not last long.
And they won't be on our
Yeah,
website.
right? 'Cause
But
they
if
look
you if you wanted one, you could just call the store when we're open, and we'd be happy to take your info, and we could either ship it to you.
Actually,
or
when this
have it ready for pickup.
airs, we'll be starting the knit along. Well, the Facebook group will open the next day.
Ooh, very exciting. So
Yeah.
if you have the link to the Facebook group, you'll put it in, and if not,
Well,
Nope.
it's private though, right?
oh, you're
Facebook
right. It's
link
private only
is in
for.
Yeah, so you'll have pattern
The
support from
knit-alongers.
from the designer.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly I'm gonna be in there and knitting along and chattering, and the reason we're doing it on Facebook instead of Ravelry is you can do the private group a little bit easier.
Right.
And Facebook is such a nice forum to share pictures. Like, it's so easy to take
It's a lot
pictures and
easier
just
to
like
share
attach
pictures.
and upload.
Yeah.
Which I've done a few knit-alongs on Facebook, and they're a lot of fun. And it's easy to say, like, get close up and say, this is what mine looks like, is that right? And then you get all the chatter and say, like, yes or no.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I guess official pattern support starts on December 21st. There's not like an official knit-along start date. So if you get a package like this under the tree or on a night.
Oh my god, that would be a great first time Hanukkah gift because it starts on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Your pattern you could cast up.
Yeah. But you're not late. Like, there's not a late
No,
thing.
you can catch up.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna have like a little intro paragraph in the group and just ask people, like, if you're opening one a day, like, then, you know, please don't post until the new year, so that everybody who starts, you know, depending on when they start, has enough time to keep the surprise. But yeah, as for the pattern, you can take pictures, because we've shared all the colors of yarn, so that part's not the surprisey bits.
The surprise bit's the other stuff.
Yeah.
And the pattern itself.
And the pattern
You
itself.
get
Yeah.
that. So there's the 12 days of winter knit along. We also have a Ba Yarn of the Month.
We
New in store,
Oh,
which we'll see
everybody
if
who
this
sees
lasts.
this-
It might not last.
Everybody who sees this
It's
is
like
like,
candy canes.
It's so sweet.
it is like candy
I'm
cane.
surprised Vivian hasn't snapped that up yet. That's
I know
definitely
this
some
is a
of her
very
colors.
Vivian colorway. I
Right.
love it. Oh my god, it looks like that the candy cane ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because of the pink, it's kind of.
I'm really hungry.
I'm
right
gonna have
now.
to go get candy cane ice cream and cookies.
And
I
brownie
bought
cookies.
London head candy canes today.
What?
Doesn't that sound so fun? I always try to do weird candy canes because my husband's not supposed to eat mint and Haley hates mint. So
Oh,
two
so
of
yeah,
three
so
people in our
you're-
house
you're-
are non-mint. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. But
I
but hey,
love mint. I love peppermint. It's my favorite. And then we'll also have
They're being delivered
they're
today.
being delivered today. We have a new shipment from Delicue of needle cases.
yes.
Of
Which
assorted
is a fabulous
kinds.
gift
Yep.
idea. Great last minute gift
Oh,
idea.
A great, because
I've
it's just a
had-
nice little.
At least
Yeah.
2 or 3 customers come and say, like, okay, I have all these interchangeable
Yep.
Lucas that I've gotten.
What do I do?
Whatever.
What's the best way to store these? So we're getting interchangeable needle cases that are perfect for all the Lucca that you've accumulated. We're getting some, interchangeable plus DPN cases.
Yeah. Interchangeable and circular ones. The ones that have that.
Maybe.
It's an assortment.
Yeah, we're getting an assortment of things.
We're getting an assortment of things, but they're super cute.
The ones
and-
that we thought were most handy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ones where we're like, oh, I would
some-
use that.
I think and some I think 1 or 2 double interchangeable cases. So
Oh,
in other
yeah.
words, like, if like me, I have like 2 6s and 2 8s and 2
Yes.
10s
Yeah,
because
yeah.
The sizes that you use a lot, of course you
yeah,
have more. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
like these are 6s. I didn't say I was knitting on Flexi Flips, my Addy Flexi Flips, which I love. But
and I think we still have some of those flexi flip cases left.
Oh,
actually.
yeah, we
we
do.
do. We do have a
Special,
couple.
yeah.
I
Those
have
are
one of
really neat.
these.
If you're a Flexi Flip fan.
I love them. But I
Say
actually
that 3 times fast.
How do I say that?
Flan, see flan. No.
Plenty fan.
Flexi flip flan.
I had to take these off of a sweater sleeve to knit these. So that sweater
priority.
sleeve's on hold.
Holiday knitting is priority.
Well, I have
That's
5
right.
inches of sweater sleeve, or I have 4 cup cozies. So.
Yeah.
Bang those out. But yeah, the Delicue cases are really well designed. They're very
And they're labeled.
yeah,
they have
that's
like
what
the
I like.
little written
Let me go
labels
grab
on
so
them.
you don't have to sit there and rotate your needle and
I
be
was
like,
doing that yesterday with my Chiagu 16 inches because Beth was asking, like, do you have 11s and blah, blah, blah.
and you're
I was like,
maybe
this is a 11.
10 and a half, 11. It feels
Exactly.
big. Let's try
I
it out.
love how cute. And these, the Flexi Flip ones have the red. It's,
Yeah,
it's
this
kind
is
of
the Flexi Flip.
Their Addy kind
So
of
this is
color
the-
tie-in.
The
Yep.
same kind of a similar style. This is specifically for Flexi Flips.
Yep.
So
Which
it's
I
a
think
little
is so
taller.
But it
clever.
has like
It's
the
such a-
printed
yeah.
they're printed on here, so you know where your needles are supposed to
And
go.
that's what the styles we've got coming in have as well, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Which is super handy.
Yeah,
Super
they
duper.
definitely have been, when we first got them, half of them walked out of the store within a week or two, I think.
Oh, yeah. Because
Yeah.
people
they
are...
were.
When you collect things... I mean, I have multiple sets of interchangeable needles, but I like to pick and choose.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have something that's labeled, it's organized. You can see, like, do I want to use my Leica? Do I want to use the metal ones? Do I want to use... What do I want to use?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
have your options.
That's a canvas with a button wrap. The ones that we're getting have some different fabrics, and they have ties.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it'll be great. So pop in.
different styles.
If we have photos, we'll slot them in, and if not, you'll see them in the store. But they make for
They'll be
great
on our
gifts.
Instagram, definitely. So.
For sure.
Cool.
For sure. Anything else? What do we
all.
have? No. There's a lot
We can
going
get back
on.
to cookie making. If
We gotta
you
get
guys-
back.
right, yes.
I gotta go shopping for cookies. I gotta make some cookies. I think I
gotta
might
finish
need to make
these.
some coffee cup cozies
know.
now
Gotta do
because
some
that's
pretzels,
really
some
cute.
chocolate pretzels.
Yeah, we've got things to do. So.
We've got things to do, and so do you.
Yes, exactly.
So do you.
Although,
So-
maybe, hopefully, you're watching this podcast while you're doing something.
And
Yes.
that's right. Maybe you're making cookies right now.
Ooh.
Or knitting.
In which case, I would really like a cookie.
Me too.
Well, you can post your recipe link below. That would be awesome.
Seriously, I will post the link to the absolute best sugar cookies. They are chai sugar cookies, and they are so addictive.
Ooh, yum.
My friend Marnie brought them to a cookie swap last year, and I was like, "What are these? Because I'm gonna just keep eating them."
One of my favorite unusual sugar cookie recipes is a brown butter sugar cookie.
I love
which is
anything brown
also
butter.
Really, really yummy.
All right, y'all. We're going to go get ready.
Can you tell we're hungry?
Until next time, if we don't see you, have a lovely, happy holiday. Have a
Happy
great
holiday.
new year. And we will see you soon. And in the meantime, you can follow us on YouTube and like and subscribe down below. You can go look back at all of our archive 2019
Yep.
podcasts.
I was thinking of doing Vlogmas this year,
Ooh.
but that was like entirely overwhelming, and we need to plan more for that.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
This is
Maybe-
our
maybe
first
next
year
year.
podcasting,
Yeah.
but maybe if we next
Yeah.
year, I think that would be super fun. 'Cause-
That would be super fun. We're going to need to plan it out and like schedule it on a calendar.
Yes,
Because
I'm just so impressed.
so much.
I'm so impressed with these podcasters who vlog every day in the month of December.
I know. That's
Yeah.
a
But
lot.
it is a lot of fun to watch
I don't know
because
that
I've
I
been
can do
watching lots of
anything
them.
every day.
You don't
Month
have to.
of
With three of
December.
us, you only have to do it every third day.
That's true. That is very
That's
true.
better.
And then
That's
I
a
just
good way
have
to
to
do it.
edit every day.
True.
Then
That's
it's
a little harder.
yeah. I was gonna say it's up to you.
Right. I need to plan.
Plan it. Plan it. You got a year. In the meantime, make sure to like and subscribe us down below. Follow us on Ravelry. You can go to our website and sign up for our newsletter and learn all about new classes, which we will have new classes
Yes.
in the
Oh
new
yeah.
year.
Many
So
classes by
By the
this
time this posts.
by the time this posts, there's going to be a whole bunch. So go check
Yeah.
them out. Way to bury the lead on my part. And then Instagram, Shop Yarnia, Facebook, Yarnia LLC or Shop Yarnia, and what else?
That's
Did I
it for
forget
come. Come
anything?
see us. Call us
see
if you
us.
call us if you
see
want
us,
anything
visit
that
us.
is not on our website. And
We'll
enjoy
talk
your
to you
holidays. All right, and we'll talk to you again in 2020.
Bye.
Yeah? What's it say? Hold on.
Papa.
What's the sheep say?
Papa.
Baba. Charlie.